Hello all, Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive, and welcome to Divinely Decked Tarot and Oracle Reviews done Stacy style. And today I'm really excited to unbox a brand new to me tarot deck that I found on Etsy, and it is called the Far East Tarot. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, I saved it. It came in this, beautiful box called the Rustic Mystic, and it came all wrapped like this. So I thought, well, let's have some fun, and we'll open it together and see what comes up. So apparently they're giving me kind of a bauble, some kind of swag. Let's see what it is. Oh, they've sent me a crystal. Somebody knew exactly who they were sending this to. I love that. So I'm not sure exactly what crystal type it is because it's got a little bit of yellow, a little citrine. Perhaps it is a citrine. That'd be fabulous if it was a raw citrine. I've got some citrine in a larger form somewhere in a box. I hate to admit it, but my crystals have been in a box since I moved here to Phoenix, just because I'm living in a much smaller space than I was in North Carolina, and I just don't like a lot of clutter. Oh, all right, so let's check it out. So this is Rustic Mysticus, and it is in a tuck box. So always, not a fan of the tuck box, but it's the cheapest way to create a tarot deck. I understand this. It says, awaken the Eastern spirit. Step into a sacred world where ancient dragons rise, lotus blossoms unfold, and moonlight carries the wisdom of centuries. The Far East Tarot is a journey through myth, balance, and spirit, infused with the philosophies, symbols, and stories of East Asia. Each card is a portal to stillness, strength, and mystery, echoing the voices of samurai, sages, fox spirits, and goddesses from China, Japan, Korea, and Tibet. 78 illustrated cards explore the classic structure of the tarot reimagined through Eastern aesthetics and archetypes. For seekers of harmony and insight, use this deck for reflection, storytelling, or spiritual growth. Whether facing shadow or light, crossroads or clarity, these cards hold a mirror to your soul's unfolding path. Are you ready to listen to the whispers of the East? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I sure am. I've been waiting with bated breath for this particular deck to come in. I don't know, there was just something about it that really called to me. And I felt like I needed to have it. And, for those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that I tend to kind of like some cartoonish type approaches. Here we go. I'm going to open the back of the box. I've misplaced my little ceramic box cutter, so I had to order a new one. So we're working with the scissors today. Okay, let's check this out. Ooh. Oh, and there's another... Oh, the Fool card was stuck. Okay, let's take a peek. So, looking at the backs of the cards, first of all, the cardstock is shiny. It definitely has quite a sheen to it. We've got a lot of, feels like smoke energy. We've got kind of an inky blue, an indigo color, along with a rusty kind of orangey red. I would say this could definitely be considered reversible. I don't know if it's specifically exactly reversible, but because the pattern is so busy, I think you could reverse it and you wouldn't really notice the difference if you didn't pay too much attention. The card quality is excellent. It's very thick. I really like that because it means it's going to have some durability. And obviously with that shininess, the kind of the laminate energy is there. I'm just going to see what this is. Okay, so... we are going to start at the beginning. So let's take a look. Here is the Fool card. And oh, I think this is so cool. So again, it has all of the Asian traditions, Eastern traditions. And so it's got this beautiful blue energy. And that's really what I was drawn to, is this really cool blue color. Everything is blue and like blue sky. people wearing blue. I mean, they're wearing other colors too, but the blue was the real excitement for me because it's so unique. And we have a stork here that's flying. Storks definitely indicate a new beginning, a fresh start. And here we have the Fool getting ready, he's got the backpack on, getting ready to take the journey on the cliff. Here we have the Magician. Oh, I love this. So we've got kind of a Confucius type energy, a sage, a wise one, and working with all of it feels almost like planets. Feels like planets, feels like learning how to move different sizes of rocks and crystals and things of that nature. So working their magic. Here we have the High Priestess. Oh, she's so pretty. So we have, I don't know what this is called. It's not lotus flower or lotus plant. It's almost like lily pads and in the ponds. And I do notice this a lot in Asian styled and Asian themed cards. I've never had the privilege to visit Asia at all, so maybe that is a very common thing for them over there, and I'm just not aware of it. I would assume so. But loving this. And again, so much of the rich blue color. Here we have the Empress. Oh, and I love that she's on a beach. Walking on the beach, the wind is blowing in her hair. She's got the bluffs going on here. Two beautiful birds in the sky. So definitely feeling her peace, feeling her serenity. The abundance is being represented here. I think that's so cool. Here we have the Emperor. Okay, so he's very stern looking. Definitely looks like what we here in the Western world would consider or sort of imagine an emperor to look like. I like the I don't know what they are, dragons or sphinxes or griffins or something on either side of his throne. And the white almost looks like waves. It could be plumes of smoke as well, but it almost looks like waves. I think that's really cool. And we have the sun in the background. Here we have the Hierophant or the Hierophant. Oh, beautiful. So speaking, the Hierophant is speaking to a group of individuals. They're all listening, kind of like monks, Tibetan monks getting ready to do their work, but they're listening to the message of the day or some of the guidance, food for thought while they are doing their work. The Lover's card, love this, so beautiful. Two individuals coming together. There's a portal here, kind of a tunnel that they're coming through. We could say the tunnel of love, maybe a little bit there. What do they call that? A subconscious or Freudian slip or however you want to look at that. But coming together, and there are the beautiful Chinese or Japanese cherry blossoms that are coming out. We've got some water in the background. Loving that. Very, very pretty. The Chariot. So we have victory, and we see a little bit of the face, kind of the profile, but I feel like the focus really is on the chariot itself and not the rider. And the horses, how the horses are working together. And it looks like they're running away from a battle or running away from, big plumes of smoke. And so, survival almost. Here's the Strength card. Oh, beautiful snow tiger. Oh, I love that. So peaceful. Here we have the Hermit card. And of course, very traditional to the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. We have a sliver of a moon. So a crescent moon happening here. We have the Hermit who is standing overlooking, it's similar to like the Fool, right? The Fool card, the Fool's journey. Only he's come back for a reason. He's come back for a purpose. Why did I begin this journey? Why did I say yes to this experience? What do I want to understand about myself on the other side of it? The Wheel of Fortune. Love this. So again, kind of a giant, I don't know if it's a lotus. I'll just call it a lotus flower. Please forgive me if I'm getting it wrong. And here we have turtles. We have koi fish. So lots of luck happening here. There's a swirling, in the water, pebbles in the pond. So yes, definitely loving this interpretation of the wheel. Justice. Beautiful. So here she is, sitting, very contemplative, lost in thought, trying to, weigh out her options. There is looks like the ocean below her. Her feet are dangling over the edge. She's feeling very self-composed, and she's balancing something here. She's weighing something out. I love that. Beautiful interpretation. The Hanged Man or the Hanged One. So here we have like a Shaolin monk, maybe, or there's a different type of so some monks, they're not allowed to have hair, so they shave their heads, and some of them, the warriors, have longer hair that they keep braided. So forgive me, maybe it's not a monk, it might be a warrior, but definitely shifting the perspective, really wanting to understand. And I love that we see, it's almost like we're seeing the sky here, and we're seeing the ocean or the sea here. So it's almost like the view is reversed. I think that's just really cool. Death. Oh, I'm liking this version of death. This gives you a lot to really kind of lose yourself in, to really think about. I love that there's just a single light here. So you know that whatever water you're going to be boiling, it's going to take a long time. Because sometimes change can happen suddenly, but then like the effect of the change can take time, right? It happens over time. I like that there are some red sort of flower petals and things on the bottom. Life force, what we've released and what we are opening ourselves to. And of course we have a, dead to near dead individual here. And we've got, the monk that's coming in to tend to the area. Temperance, balance, tolerance, alignment, alchemy. Beautiful. The devil. I remember seeing this. This was one of the pictures that they were featuring to show off the deck. And I remember feeling, wow, this is kind of unique because we're seeing a side profile of the devil, and we're not seeing much else. Like, we're not seeing another person or two other people. Usually are depicted sort of trapped in their in their addictions, in their addictive cycles and their vices. This kind of implies that it's what's going on within us, right? It's not external, it's internal. What internally is plaguing us? What internally do we need to really take a long, hard look at? The Tower. So we're not seeing, we do have some bodies that are just one. Feels like just one body that's kind of coming out, but I'm not sure. It looks to me like a bird. So not even a human body coming out, but showing the lightning strike in the tower. So kind of like as it's happening, not after it's started going, it's as it's happening. So kind of a unique timing perspective on that. The Star, beautiful. Always love me a good star card. I love that we're seeing the night sky. We're seeing a little bit of the universe, space energy, as well as, again, a lot of smoke, a lot of this blue energy, air and water coming into the mix. There's a true lotus flower. The moon. Oh, so beautiful. I love the reflection. So often the moon has two pillars. I feel like the two moons are kind of reflecting a little bit, or meant to embody and imply the pillars, especially because the boat is in between the moon and its reflection. And that's usually what the pillars indicate, is here's the direction of the new journey. So I feel like here's the direction of the new journey, rather than going straight through, we're going this way. I love that there's a little house and a really well-established tree here. There's a bird sitting in the tree. Very, very peaceful. The sun. Interesting. So it's almost like the sun is at night. And we're seeing kind of a darkness to this card. And I really like that. And I feel like this is a dragon that's coming through the imagery here. I really like this because I always talk about the sun as being the light of truth. And truth isn't always easy to receive. We want truth. I'm just going to move this so the light doesn't affect the cards here. We want the truth, but we don't always like the truth. And sometimes the truth can create a bit of a darkness in our lives before we, deal with that truth and figure out what it is that we want to understand about it. And so I feel like this is kind of bringing up some of that stuff that, hey, it's the light of truth. It's exposing something. It's revealing something, but it might be a darker truth or a more challenging truth to understand. Judgment. Loving this, coming to life, making the choice, walking to the brewing pot, right? Like walking to this new spell. What will you choose? Will you choose to, become that smoke and turn and transmute yourself into the next version of yourself, or will you be an observer and just stand back and watch? The World card, beautiful. So we're seeing again a lot of this wave, the ocean wave happening here. And we're seeing a lot of animals, a lot of rocks and dust. And you're not alone. You're not doing this alone. You're riding the wave. You've gotten to where you're supposed to be, but you haven't had to do it completely by yourself. There are always your unseen team with you. Oh, interesting. Okay, we're a little bit out of order. So the ace must come at a different time. Let me just make sure. Yep, I haven't skipped a card. So 2 of Cups, very beautiful. And of course here, the people are dwarfed, the people are smaller, and the cups are the main focus. 3 of Cups, 3 individuals all laughing and having a good time. 4 of Cups, beautiful. So it gives a sense of timing here as well, because the tree looks a little bit barren. So implying that it's not spring, maybe it's fall, moving into winter. 5 of Cups, that card of grief, loss. Interesting that in this depiction, there's no building that he's walking towards. It almost looks like he would need to go to a different island. That it looks like there's formation there, but it feels like it's far off. So this grief is new, recent. 6 of Cups, beautiful. The young and the old, the nostalgia, not getting lost in the past. 7 of Cups, loving this. So the choice. And what's interesting here is all of the cups have something in them. A lot of them have just water in them. This has a flower, a rose. This has some vines in it. This one has smoke that's forming something. This looks like it has maybe a little bit of a dragon or something in it. So I think it's interesting that they chose to not fill all of the cups with something tangible. So leaving something to imagine, to bring into the mix. 8 of Cups, letting go, walking away, a new journey. Again, they're not walking into mountains. It's almost like they're walking into smoke. So there's a mystery there, but they're ready. They're prepared. 9 of Cups, the wounded warrior. Wow. Deep in thought, earned his stripes. 10 of Cups. There's our ace. Beautiful. Oh, I love that. I love the feather, almost like a quill, and the ink. King of Cups, very reflective. Knight of Cups, also reflective in a different way. So wisdom, knowledge, experience, eager, willing to do. Page of Cups, looking out over the horizon for the inspiration. Queen of Cups, beautiful. So we're seeing her face. We're seeing what she is conjuring. Beautiful. Ace of Pentacles. So I like the yin and the yang, that seed planting. All right, 8 of Pentacles, so it's not in any kind of order here. 5 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. Barefoot, really just hanging on for dear life to what's in front of him, and there's not much else around him. So feeling a little isolated. King of Pentacles. Again, the kings and the knights seem to be pondering, or the royalty cards seem to ponder. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, he's actually, this is interesting. So the Knight of Pentacles usually is the one that isn't doing things. And in this depiction, we are seeing that the Knight of Pentacles is not just staring at something and contemplating. The Knight of Pentacles is actually working, creating something, lost in the detail of it. 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful, a card of gratitude. I love this. This is a gorgeous scene. Page of Pentacles. Curiosity, lots of enthusiasm coming through. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. Again, contemplative, lost in thought, sitting very peacefully in her own garden. And it feels like the harvest has come and gone, and she's creating the new. 7 of Pentacles, reaping the rewards of the harvest. Beautiful. 6 of Pentacles. This almost looks like, yes, he's giving, but it's like he's giving of his wisdom. He's giving of his information, his time, his energy, his love. 10 of Pentacles. Very cool. 3 of Pentacles. It's an interesting interpretation. 2 of Pentacles. Yes, balancing. Ace of Swords. The sword is on its own. 8 of Swords. Yes, that entrapment energy. We're not seeing the person's face. 5 of Swords. Oh, he looks mad. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Apparently he wanted to be right. 4 of Swords. That support, that rest, truce, getting into the heart space and out of the head. Knight of Swords. Interesting. So the Knight of Swords is usually very much in motion. And while we know this guy is definitely, taking a walk, in this depiction, he's actually not in motion. So that's a bit of a shift, a bit of a change that I wouldn't have anticipated. 9 of Swords. Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. She's definitely concentrating on something. 7 of Swords. Yeah, walking away, integrity, honesty or dishonesty, thievery, strategy. 6 of Swords. Support and grace. 10 of Swords. Ultimate ruin, getting ready for a rebirth, something brand new. 3 of Swords. Oh, I like this. I like that we don't have it stabbing through the heart. The heart is here on the stone, and the 3 swords are in the stone. That's very pretty. 2 of Swords. Oh, I like that we're seeing the back of the person, not the front. King of Swords. King of Swords feels like he's a little more in movement. Ace of Wands. Beautiful. 8 of Wands. Swift release. 5 of Wands. That training. It feels like training, working together and having to learn how to work together. 4 of Wands. That graduation energy, celebration. It's almost like we're catching that the celebration is over. King of Wands. He looks like he's seen some shit. 9 of Wands. Page of Wands. Queen of Wands. Oh, she's pretty. 7 of Wands. Interesting. So normally the other wands are kind of coming at the person. Sometimes it's other people holding those wands. Sometimes it's we don't see the people. We just know that he's having to kind of defend his territory or defend his boundaries. Maybe he's using these wands to create a boundary so that he doesn't fall off the cliff. That's kind of an interesting interpretation. 6 of Wands, victory. 10 of Wands, rewards and the burdens that go with them. Although he doesn't feel overly burdened, he's kind of accepted his burden. That's kind of interesting. 3 of Wands. 2 of Wands. And Knight of Wands. Interesting. So I'll have to go through this and put them all in order to make sure that everything is there. But in true Stacey style, let's shuffle these up. Okay, so because it's such a thicker cardstock, I will say that it's hard to kind of shuffle them all, all at once. It's I have really big hands. I have decent sized hands. I think anyone with, average hands or small hands might struggle a little bit with this. But let's just take a peek and see how this deck wants to work with you if you want to work with it. I love that we pulled the 3 of Cups. And I love that we pulled the 3 of Cups because it does want to be in celebration for you when you are, whatever your guidance is that you're seeking out. It wants to give you that guidance with some perspective, with some joy, to let you know that you're not alone, to celebrate your life, to be able to kind of take the approach of not taking life so seriously. That yes, there are serious things to consider. We have serious moments in our lives, and everything is a lesson. Everything is an opportunity to learn something new, but it does not have to be so heavy, so deep, so dark. We have those moments, but we also have each other. And, when it does get dark, call out to a friend, talk to a friend about it, because laughter is the best medicine. So I'm definitely feeling that, and it makes sense with kind of the energy of what I was getting with this deck, is that there is some humor. There is a lightness to this. Yeah, there are some cards that bring about a bit of a darker energy and a darker feel, but ultimately I feel like it's always wanting to give you the best scenario or to put the best spin on the guidance that it gives you, not because it wants to be Pollyanna and not give you the truth, but because it wants to give you the hope, the direction to look towards, to say this is how you can learn through this, or this is how you can get out of this situation, or this is how you can make this a situation work for you. So I'm really, really liking this. All right, guys. Wow. So that is our Far East Tarot from Rustic Mysticus. I thought it was Rustic Mystic, but it's actually Mysticus. I hope you enjoyed this review as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, click the bell. Click on the join button as well to keep the conversation going with me. Finally, after 11 years, I'm able to be able to offer memberships. So become a fabulous Phoenix. Let's keep the conversation going. There are 3 different levels to take a look at. And until we see you for another episode of Black Feather Couture, Divining a VIP Life, I'm sending you lots of love, lots of support. We'll see you on the flip side, and transform well. That's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was great to connect with you guys. Please like, subscribe, and comment for more content like this. And feel free to follow me on Blue Sky for even more content every single day. Can't wait to see you guys next week for another installment of Black Feather Couture, Divining the VIP Life.